say upon a time with the crowd. I don't know where it's coming from, but this sound is taking me away from home into the unknown. My fingertips are marking out the design of all my dreams. Maybe I'll reach one this time. Choices, crossroads, passing through Shibuya and me. My heart beats they all pound in time with the crowd. Although I try, can't seem to find out this sound calling me away from home to somewhere unknown. My fingertips narrowly miss the skyline, chasing a dream we always faith in. Sometimes choices crossroads passing through Shibuya in blue. 街ぼやけた
Hello everyone! Hello, hello, hello! Hello. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are doing a chicken review. We're gonna get straight into it just because I'm worried the chicken's gonna go bad. Online it said it should be out in the cold for no longer than 2 hours before it gets put back in the fridge. So I feel like I bought it at around 3 p.m. So it's we got 30 minutes basically. For the first one I bought, I think we got about 30 minutes to eat it. So I'm gonna get straight into it. Straight into it, guys, today. We will yap as we go as well. But I just want to make sure I don't get food poisoning. Manister Box, welcome in. Lee Shade, welcome, welcome, welcome. Markoski, welcome in. Dolphin, chicken party, chicken party, chicken party, chicken party. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Do you manage to make spicy times free chicken? There is a habanero spicy chicken in here. I have no idea what that's going to be like. Magnet, thank you so much for 34 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ardeem as well. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for 37 months. Let's hecky go. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Morning Molky. Milk. Good morning, man, Chabagi. Straight in, we're going straight in. Markoski, thank you so much for your stream streak as well. All right, let me head over to the area where the chicken is. Well, Wario in here as well. All right, heading to the chicken area. Give me 1 sec, you guys. Give me 1 sec. All right, we got chicken. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Look at all this chicken. Oh my god, there is so much chicken. Chicken, 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 chicken. All of the chicken. So much of it. Alright, let me show you guys which is which. Let me start off with which chicken is from where, and what are we eating today? We need some more info for you guys. So, let me give me some info about what we have here today. Alright, the first chicken that we are gonna be trying today. If you like my Wario plushie, isn't he great? Isn't he the sweetest? Look, we can pat him. Look at him go, look at him go. Squish the Wario, squish the Wario. Look at him go. The bottom one looks like a fish fillet, right? This is the Family Mart crispy chicken. This is actually what we're going to be trying first, is the Family Mart offerings. That was the first one I bought, so we're going to go in order of when I bought it, just to make sure I don't get food poisoning. That's a lot of chicken. Yeah, no, it's a lot, don't worry. But afterwards, I'm going to make some other stuff, like put it in the fridge and make some other things with it. We're not going to eat all of this chicken. But we're going to taste every single bit of chicken. Every single one. Joanniki, did you bring enough for the whole class today? Yes, enough for the whole Meru squad, as you can see. Alright, guys, so we got Family Mart here. Then we're going to be trying Lawson at the back there. If you guys can see it. We've got various types of karage-kun. Also some... So let me introduce all of the products here as well. We're going to be tier listing. I've got photos of all of the different chicken ready for tier listing. Okay, so this one we have it's like a game show. Who will come out as the #1 chicken? All right, from Family Mart we have Famikara. So this is the Family Mart karage offering. This Famikara here. We have the classic, the Fami chicken. Here is the Fami chicken. You might notice there's also another Fami chicken. This one is Fami chicken ponzu. Oh, I've actually never had this. I think that this might be a site-specific thing. So yeah, the darker Fami chiki is Fami chiki ponzu. And then, what do we have here? We have crispy chicken. Crispy chicken plain. And crispy chicken habanero hot. Whatever that means. Does anyone know how hot habaneros are? Is that a type of pepper? Do I want to know? Am I scared? Probably. But habanero hot is what we've got right here. Yeah, some kind of pepper, right, seems like. I don't know exactly how spicy it is, but we'll find out. After that, we're gonna, should we just do it one by one? Maybe we should do it one by one. So let's start with Family Mart. Can you guys... I want you guys to be able to see it nice and clearly. Alright, we're gonna start with Family Mart. So, we're gonna start with the basic. The basic, you know, the one, the only, okay chat? The one, the only, the Fami chicken. We're gonna start with that first of all. I'm just gonna take a bite out of everything so that I can actually eat some later. Okay. Alright. We're gonna start with the classic. Now I can already say we're gonna be rating everything based on crunchiness, like you know, crispiness, juiciness, and taste is what everything is going to be rated on. So first of all, well, you guys can see it here very much. The Fami Chiki is extremely juicy indeed. Very, very juicy Fami Chiki. And don't worry, I made sure that this fork is like actually not that reflective, so don't worry. It's deceivingly reflective, but it's actually not. It's quite like matted, so don't worry. So this one is, yeah, Fami Chiki, very, very juicy. Boo is Boo, welcome in, welcome. Very juicy indeed. Even from just looking at it, I can tell it's gonna be juicy. It also looks pretty crispy on top. You know what? You guys know I'm a big fan of Fami Chiki. Let's get into it. Oh yes. Chat, now that is the stuff. Listen, we're going in strong. We're going in strong off the bat. But Fami Chiki just has it all, right? The combination of spices are just excellent. It's not too peppery. It's just the right level. It's very crispy on top. And the juice that comes out of a Fami Chiki when you eat it, incredible. Already! It's going so well, chat. It's going so well. Alright, give me 1 sec. I need to get up this here. Am I gonna remember? Okay, what I'm gonna do. I tell you what I'm gonna do, chat. I'm gonna do the tier list after every Conbini. And I'm gonna rate all the items. I feel like if I do it after everything, then I'm gonna forget. So I'll do the tier listing after every Conbini. But I would say, you know, out of 10 for the standard Family Chicky, right? You know, pretty good. I would say crispiness 8, juiciness 9, taste again an 8 or a 9. Very, very nice. Starting strong. Now we're gonna go with something a little bit different, but that's kind of similar. The Family Chicky. Oh, get in there. Family Chicky ponzu sauce. Now, oh my god, there's actually sauce coming out of it. Wait, what? There's actually like sauce in it. Okay, this is not what I thought it was gonna be actually. That is actually more sauce. Like usually when it's like a different sauce in the chicky, it's usually like infused with that flavor. This one's actually got ponzu sauce in it. So I don't know how that's gonna be. I don't think I've ever had this before. The Dumpio, welcome in, welcome. We're currently testing every single type of Conbini chicken. Every single type of Conbini chicken. If a rooster laid a brown egg and a white egg, what? Wait, can roosters? That's true. Sometimes you get like, wait, what are the blue eggs? What are the blue eggs? Are they like ducks? I've seen blue eggs before. Are they real? I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so this one is the ponzu sauce Family Chicky. Let's give it a go. Okay. Why does this taste familiar? It tastes like the UK. Why does this taste like the UK? Wait. It tastes a bit like, for some reason, like something, it's like coronation chicken. It has a bit of a taste of like something British. I don't know why. Maybe there's something about the ponzu sauce that's like awakening something within me. I don't know what it is. For some reason, this tastes kind of British to me. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. Crispiness is up there. I would give it the same as the Family Chicky. You know, a solid 8 for crispiness. But flavor-wise, it's gotta be the OG. You know, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not sure the ponzu totally goes with it, if I'm totally honest. There's something about it that's not quite there. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, oh my god, wait. It does taste a bit like Christmas dinner and some cranberry jelly or something. I don't know, there's something about this that tastes like the UK, I don't know what it is. It's nice, but it hasn't got any on the OG. I would give the juicy, yeah, they're not as juicy, but not as juicy. I think they compromise some juiciness to get that sauce in there. So I would give it a 5, maybe even a 4 for juiciness. Yeah, I went there, chat. I went there. 4 or 5 for juiciness. And to be honest, yeah, taste. Welcome, hello! We are currently at the moment reviewing the Family Mart offerings. We have just tasted Family Chicky, which got an amazing score. An average of about 9 all round on juiciness, crispiness, and taste. We also had the Family Chicky ponzu. The Family Chicky ponzu, which I did not rate as highly. I would give it on average for juiciness, taste, and crispiness. Solid 6. A 6? No, maybe even less. Maybe like a 5. Listen, maybe like a 5. I'm just saying. It's gonna be on Milky's Christmas bed. Yeah, it does taste a bit Christmassy for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, next we're gonna try Family Cara. So this is Family Mart's Karaage offering. Okay, let's test this out. Family Cara, here we go. Now let's have a look at the inside. It doesn't look that juicy so far. I'm not gonna lie. It looks dry. Not too days. Welcome in. Welcome. Looks not quite as juicy as the other ones we've seen so far, but let's give it a go. Very crispy. Very crispy. I definitely like it better than the ponzu one. So, what I would say, crispiness 9.5. There was some good crispiness in there, chat. Excellent crispiness from the family kara. I would rate that very highly. We haven't even got to the crispy chicken yet. Family Mart is scoring very well on crispiness. But so far, nothing has matched the juiciness. I would definitely give it more juiciness than the ponzu. And I would also give it higher in flavor. I would give it maybe a 7 for flavor. Juiciness, maybe a 6. Yeah. So it's doing better than the ponzu. It's very nice. But yeah, nothing on the OG family chicky yet. Right, here we go. This is the one you've been waiting for, chat. Spicy habanero hot. Habanero hot. I'm scared, chat. I'm scared. Like, how hot are habaneros? Are they like, will they set my mouth on fire? I'm a bit frightened, but I'm gonna try it. Okay. It doesn't look that juicy, actually, so far, but let's give it a go. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, damn! Oh, damn! Oh. Oh my god! It's actually quite spicy! I was not expecting this! It's actually pretty spicy, like not the chicken itself. Not the chicken itself, like the skin is like, the fried bit is very spicy, like it's still left over in my mouth. It's actually surprisingly spicy. I didn't realize it would be this level of spicy, chat, I'm not gonna lie. But that is good. Right, flavor-wise, I'm coming straight in there. I'm coming straight in there with a solid 9. Yeah, that is good. That is good. It's spicy, but it's like the good kind. The good kind of spicy. It's really, really good. Yeah, no, that one is really nice. It's not juicy at all though. Like, that's where it is let down, right? It is it's quite crispy, but strangely, even though it's crispy chicken, it's not as crispy as the karaage. Which doesn't make any sense. It's literally called crispy chicken. I would give it like maybe a 6 for crispiness, a 9 for flavor. Juiciness though, that's where it's let down. I'll give it maybe a 3. I mean, seriously, like there ain't. Look, you can see when you tap it, there ain't no juice in there. There's no juice. There's no juice in there, chat. And that is my verdict. All right. Finally, our last Family Mart offering. The Family Mart Crispy Chicken Plain. Okay. I'm thinking already that we're going to have a similar juiciness rating than for the spicy one. Because look, there ain't no juice in there whatsoever. Look, that is dry. That is very, very dry. But we won't know until we taste it what the verdict will be. Great aberrations, welcome in. We are currently in the middle of rating the Family Mart offerings of chicken. Some very strong contenders so far. We're about to taste the Crispy Chicken Plain. All right, let's give it a go. More crispy, interesting though. Nah. Yeah, it's fine, but that ain't the one. Like, if I compare the crispy chicken habanero with the crispy chicken plain, like, there's so much more flavor to the habanero hot one. This, I honestly think this is the weakest of the Family Mart offerings. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Crispy chicken plain. If you don't like it, then you can say it in my face. But you are the weakest. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. No, but seriously though, that crispy chicken is not the best. It's fine. It's edible. It's perfectly nice, but it ain't the best, you know. But on all accounts, taste, juiciness, crispiness is probably where it scores the best. It's actually more crispy than the habanero So I would say crispiness, you know, a decent like 7. But everything else, man, like taste and juiciness, I'll give it a 3. A 3! A 3! Can you believe this, chat? Can you believe this? Right now, we're gonna load up the tier list per Conbini finish. But first, as soon as I finish eating, I'm gonna put them in the fridge. So give me 2 seconds while I put these bits in the fridge. Alright, chat, we're gonna start with the rating for the Family Mart offerings. Please make sure you stay hydrated. Fried chicken is very salty. Have a great day at work, Manjama. Thanks for stopping by. What's my favorite so far? BT Thor, it's got to be the OG, right? Let's start from best, you know, best to worst in my mind. You know, I want to start with, right? Now, I don't think you can beat the best. Juicy, crispy, great flavor, great seasoning. You can't beat the best. I'm gonna go straight away and put my boy Family Chicken Regular. It deserves it. Look, chat, it deserves it. It very much deserves it. I honestly think that it is extremely deserved. Family Chicken Regular going straight in there with the S. Look, the juiciness, the crispiness, the flavor. Round of applause. Honestly, deserves a round of applause for Family Chicken Regular. Incredible. Incredible stuff. But I tell you what, I was very surprised by habanero hot crispy chicken. Very good. Like, the juiciness was not there. I'll admit that. But for me, the flavor was a 9. And we can't look past that, you know? I think habanero hot is deserving of an A rank. You know, yes, it's, you know, I can't put it in S because it scored so lowly on juiciness. But crispiness and flavor, particularly flavor, was really, really nice. And so I think it deserves it. On the other end of the scale, crispy chicken plain. Listen. I don't mean to do this to you. I don't mean to do this to you, crispy chicken plain. But you were just not the one. You were just not the one, crispy chicken plain. You gotta understand. You know, if you want to make it in this biz, if you want to make it in this biz, you gotta be better than that. You gotta up your crispiness, up your juiciness, up your game. That's all I will say. New BTFO is making me crave chicken. Honestly, like everything I've had, bar the crispy chicken, has been good. The Family Kara. Okay, Family Chicken Ponzu, I'm debating. Like it, I can't, you know. I think it's either I think it's a low B. I would give it a low B, and I would, you know what? I would give Family Kara a solid C. So that brings us to, you know, 1 in each category for Family Mart, which admittedly is very balanced indeed. Family Mart really got the extremes here. You know, we've got Family Chicken Regular. Cannot be beat. Just absolute perfection. Perfection in a chicken, you know? Got our family chicken regular, and then we've got our crispy chicken habanero hot. Really, really, really nice. Over here we almost don't order regular chicken. It's almost always the spicy variant. I would say I would say usually me too. I like either spicy or like a flavor variation. But family chicken regular, it just can't be beat in my opinion. There's something about the balance of the pepper, the juiciness, the crispiness that just cannot be beat. The ponzu one was nice. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would put... Maybe they're both a B. Because the family Cara was very nice crispiness, wasn't it? I'm gonna give them both a B. I don't think anyone is deserving of a C here. But crispy chicken plain, you get in the D rank. You get in the D rank. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But that's what you deserve. That is what you deserve, crispy chicken plain. I'm sorry. Gotta break it to you, alright? Alright, let's head back to the tasting area. Give me 2 seconds, chat, while I move the microphone and everything back.
My fingertips are marking out the design of all my dreams. Maybe I'll reach one this time. Choices, crossroads passing through Shibuya and
Okay. We are back, and next up, I'm going to be trying the Lawson offering. See you, Team Dog. Welcome in. Welcome. All right. Can you see me again? Yeah, we're good. Can you hear me well, chat? Hopefully you can hear me well as well. Microphone is back in order. All right. Next up, we're going to be trying the Lawson offerings. Now, for Lawson, I decided to pick a lot of what I think they do best, which is their Karage-kun nuggets. I truly believe that Lawson, that is their greatest offering, right? They have El Chicky as well, which we're gonna try. Let's go through what we have here. So, we have El Chicky Red. They actually did not have the regular El Chicky when I went, and I was like, okay. We only have El Chicky Red, so that is what we will be having today. And then we have Lawson, what is it called? Karage? Yeah, it's El Cara, herb and spice specifically. So we'll see. Will we get any herb and spice? We'll find out. Yeah, the box is really cute. And then we have the regular Karage-kun nuggets. And then we have 2 special flavors, which I believe both of them are limited time at the moment. We have miso katsu. So it's like katsu, you know, like you have like katsu and you have special miso sauce on it. It's meant to be flavored like that. And then we also have Karage-kun with proper sauce in it, barbecue sauce Karage-kun. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now let's start with the basic offering of El Chicky. We do have El Chicky Red in this instance. Let's give it a go. Okay. So starting out, look, it seems pretty juicy, I'm not gonna lie. It seems pretty juicy. As juicy as Family Chicky, that is yet to be determined. But I can see some juice oozing from this. It also looks like it's got a decent level of crispiness. So I am excited to get into this and give it my bud. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah. Wow. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, now that is delicious. Okay, I will give it to Lawson. That is lovely. It might even be contending with Family Chicky Regular. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This might be another S tier for me. El Chicky Red. Now, I don't usually have El Chicky. But what I will say is, right, I still think flavor-wise, Fami Chicky has the slight upper hand, ever so slightly. So I would still put Fami Chicky regular ahead of El Chicky Red, but what I will say is flavor excellent. I would give it a solid 8.5. Juiciness again, I'll give it a solid 8. Crispiness again, 8.5 I would say. So very solid performance from El Chicky Red. Okay, going on to the El Cara. So this is Lawson's Karaage. This is El Cara herb and spice. So we will see if we taste herb and spice. It looks actually quite juicy. I can see some juice just by cutting the El Cara open. So let's have a taste. Distinctly unimpressive. I'm sorry, El Cara. Listen. I'm sorry to say, this is even worse. This is even worse than crispy chicken regular. Yes, I said it. Come on. This needs improvement. There is no crispiness there. It feels like there is no crispiness. Juiciness, I would say, is the one thing that gives it a bit of an upper hand. It's definitely juicier than like Fami Chicky, crispy chicken plain, for example. It's definitely got more juice than that. But flavor-wise, I would say it's worse than Fami Chicky. Not Fami Chicky, than crispy chicken, Family Mart crispy chicken plain. Flavor, I'd go for a solid 2. Yeah, a 2. A 2, listen, a 2, I said it. A 2. Look, I've got to speak my truth, cat. Oh, Mr. Legends, I'm sorry. I hope that you could get past it and not think about it. I know that must be hard though. Yeah, no, flavor 2. Juiciness, I'd give it a solid 5. It's decently juicy. Crispiness, 1. No, I'm sorry. This ain't the one. Spice and herb, El Cara is not the one. I'm sorry, but this goes straight into the detail. But, you know, Lawson's most famous offering, in my opinion, are the karaage-kun. So let's take out one of the regular ones. Okay. I feel like I can just eat the whole one. Probably fine. Okay. We should cut it open to see the juiciness though. Oh yeah, I can see a bit of juiciness. Definitely some juiciness here. Definitely not completely dry. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like super juicy either, but it looks good. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay. Definitely juiciness is its biggest triumph. Yeah, I would definitely say the juiciness is very nice on the karaage-kun. I would also say that flavor in general is pretty good. I would give the flavor maybe a 7. Juiciness again, maybe a 7. But crispy, it's not very crispy. I will say it's not very crispy. I would give the crispiness maybe like a 2, right? It's not very crispy at all, but it is pretty juicy and flavorful. So I would rate them quite highly. Right, next up, we've got barbecue sauce, karaage-kun. I will say we're not rating on appearance, but the bit of like I don't know. That looks kind of like appearance-wise, it looks kind of sussy. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. We're not rating on appearance today, but it does look a little bit sussy. All right, let's cut into it and have a look. So this should be spilling out sauce. There is some sauce in there. Not a huge amount, but hopefully it'll be just the right amount to complement the chicken. You can see the sauce on the top there. So let's see if the sauce is enough to kind of give it a bit of extra flavor on the regular version. Let's have a taste. I ain't about it. I'm sorry. I ain't about it. I'll tell you why. I was expecting the barbecue sauce to be like not as thick as it is. It's very, very thick. The barbecue sauce. It's like a barbecue paste, and I think that's kind of weird. I feel like I'm used to barbecue sauce being a lot more like liquidy. So I think the fact that it's literally like barbecue paste kind of feels weird to me. Feels a little bit odd to me. I'm not gonna lie, chat. It's a bit of an odd one. This one, it's got flavor. It's whether I like the flavor or the texture. This is the first one where I'm puzzled because it's more the texture for me than the flavor that's bothering me. So I would say, flavor-wise, pretty good. I would say, a 7. It's actually crispier than the regular one for some reason as well. So I would give it maybe a 4 on crispiness. But yeah, maybe I'll mark it down on juiciness because of the it's very thick and doesn't have that sort of nice kind of burnt in your mouth kind of juiciness that the other one had because the sauce is very pasty. So I would give juiciness maybe a 3. So I think maybe it's in this, I don't know, solid C, maybe, for that one. Okay, last karaage-kun offering, and last offering from Lawson before we do our Lawson tier listing. Okay, this one is miso katsu. So I think most of the flavor for this one is probably in the batter, which I can see because the chicken looks pretty like the regular one. I think in this case, most of the flavoring is within the batter because you can see that it's a different color. So let's have a taste. It very faintly tastes like miso katsu, but I wouldn't say that the barbecue one, you could really tell it was barbecue. This one, you can't really tell so much. It's very subtle. It's very subtle, but I do like it. I think I would say that is my favorite out of all of the karaage-kun because it had a slightly different flavor, a slightly kind of, exciting flavor you didn't expect. And yeah, I like that about it. I did like that about it. So I think for that reason, I would say that this one maybe scores slightly higher than the regular karaage-kun. So I would put the regular karaage-kun at maybe a low B, and I would put this one at a high B. I would give that a high B. I thought it was pretty decent. I do like karaage-kun. So let's go over back to the tier list area.
time with the crowd. I don't know where it's coming from, but this sound is taking me away from home into the unknown. My fingertips are marking out the design of all my dreams. Maybe I'll reach one this time. Choices, crossroads passing through Shibuya.
Alright, we are back to the tier list area. And now we are going to put on the tier list what we think of the Lawson offerings this time. So we had, just to remind everybody, I think it looks crunchy. Yeah, I think like the nuggets were decently crunchy. Definitely like more crunchy than some of the other offerings that we had. But I think they definitely excelled more on juiciness and flavor for sure. Yeah. So what I will say, okay, I don't think it beats Fami Chicky Regular, but El Chicky Red was pretty fantastic. I think it deserves that S tier. I had the same feeling of wow when I put the El Chicky Red. I'm keeping hydrated as well. When I put the El Chicky Red in my mouth, I was like, whoa. Whoa, I'm being transported to Conbini heaven, right? It was pretty fantastic. It was really, really good. The juiciness, the flavor, the crispiness, I would say are nearly on par with the regular Fami Chicken. I wouldn't say better than. I would say that the Fami Chicky regular is still sticking it out at the top for me. But I would definitely say that it was pretty good. Now, on the on the other side of things, I am sorry, El Cara, Herb and Spice, but you were not the one. You were not the one. The combination of no crispiness, no juiciness, and not a very good flavor. We're just not it for me. I'm sorry. Now, I would say that the barbecue sauce karaage-kun, they were nice, but I think that the texture was kind of weird. Like, the texture was a bit odd. With the it being more like pasty rather than sauce. So I think for that reason, I would give it a C. But I think flavor-wise, it deserved a B. Just the texture thing, it bothers me a little bit. And then I would say that the other karaage-kun are both deserving of a solid B. I do enjoy a good karaage-kun. However, I didn't feel like any of the other Lawson offerings really got up to the level of El Chicky. So I would say that El Chicky was definitely still top there for me. And I didn't find any that was sort of in between an S and a B, you know? Like, no A ranks for me in the Lawson offerings this time. But it's important to remember that I just had to buy what I could. Like, this isn't absolutely everything they have. It's just like what they had in my local Conbinis on the day. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, that is what I would say for these ones. And then that means finally, we are moving on to the offerings at 7-Eleven. Alright guys, gonna see you guys at the tasting area again in a little bit. Conbini, but I am slightly more partial, at least I thought I was, we'll find out today. I'm slightly more partial to the chicken at Family Mart, is what I have always said. We will see if my opinion will be changed today. Alright, let's go through what we have from 7-Eleven. Okay, so first of all, we have 7-Eleven's offering of karaage. Karaage bowl. This is basically karaage on a stick. Karaage on a stick. I really want some fried chicken now. Yeah, sorry if I'm making everyone hungry. Sorry. We have karaage bowl. We also have nana chiki. So this is the equivalent of fami chiki, L chiki. This is regular nana chiki. We also have a specific seasonal, like with the ponzu sauce for the fami chiki, we have a seasonal option, which is the nana chiki yuzu. Nana chiki yuzu. Now, I do like yuzu flavored stuff, so I think maybe this might be one that I'll like. Then we have toriage, which I've never had. I think it's their kind of equivalent of sort of crispy chicken type thing. I've never had it, so I'm excited to try it. And then finally, we have the 7-Eleven nuggets. That's what we are going to be trying for 7-Eleven for our last set of Conbini chicken. Alright, I feel like for most of these, I started with the OG first, and I'm going to continue with that again this time. Let's start with the OG. Let's give it a taste. Alright, going straight in for the nana chicken. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it's looking very juicy again, but perhaps not quite as juicy as the previous fami chiki and L chiki, I will say. Probably not quite the same level of juicy. Alright, let's give it a taste. Oh, it's lovely though. Very, very good. Crispiness, I would say, slightly less than both the L chiki and the fami chiki, I would say. Ever so slightly less. I would say the crispiness is still good, but not quite at the same level. Now, I tried to be fair. I know this is the last one I'm having, so it might be the coldest one. But I did buy them in that order. I bought them Family Mart, then Lawson, then 7-Eleven. So it should be, before anyone saying scam or rigged in the comments, I did buy them in that order, so it should be reasonably fair judging. It should be reasonably fair judging. But yeah, it's not quite as crispy. I would say it's still quite juicy, still very nice and juicy, but again, not quite as juicy. And the flavor, again, I think is slightly lacking compared to L chiki and fami chiki. So far, I would say that nana chiki is very good. Don't get me wrong, it is still very, very high quality. But at the moment, I would be looking to give it an A rank, I think. An A rank rather than an S. But we have not yet tried the nana chiki yuzu. So let's give that a go. Seems quite juicy just from cutting into it. If I can actually get in there. Okay. So oops. so far, we can see that it is quite juicy inside, I would say. Perhaps even juicier than the regular nana chiki. I don't know if that's helped by the fact that, you know, it's got that extra yuzu flavoring in there, or an extra bit of yuzu sauce or something like that. But it is glistening. It is definitely glistening. Yeah, Tutor Ripper, you're right. It does look very juicy. This might be one of the juiciest looking pieces so far. But let's have a taste. I do like yuzu. I do like yuzu. I'm like a capybara. So we'll see. Yeah. Very good. Flavor-wise, that excels, in my opinion. The perfect combination of the chicken, the crispiness, combined with that nice, ever so slightly sour tang of the yuzu. That is lovely. Flavor-wise, I would say that that is one of the highest scoring that we'll have today. I'll go for straight in for a 9. Straight in for a 9. The flavor, that is very, very good flavor that the yuzu Nana Chiki has got going on there. I would also say that it's actually more juicy and crispy than the regular Nana Chiki. I don't know if it's just the piece that I got, but I would say that it's actually more crispy and juicy. Magical Mary! Welcome, Raiders! Hello! I hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming? I hope you had a great time. Today we are reviewing various types of Conbini chicken. We are currently on 7-Eleven at the moment. Heck yeah! Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Jewel! Let's heckin' go! No wait, is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes White Dragon? I still haven't played the Master Jewel yet, but I really want to try it out. My only kind of exposure to Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. I feel like I should try the game. Thank you so much for the raid. If you need to go take a rest or whatever, please feel free to do so. And I really, really appreciate your raid today. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, Nana Chiki Yuzu, fantastic in terms of flavor. Okay, I've never had this before, so we're gonna try this Age Tori. Oh, okay. I can tell it seems quite like the crispiness. I believe is gonna be very good on this one. I can tell just by cutting into it that it's gonna have very high crispiness. I can also see that it does seem to be reasonably juicy. Sorry that I've like broken it apart by accident. It does seem to be reasonably juicy as well. I've never had this, from 7-Eleven. I really wanted chicken today. Oh no, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not making you too hungry. I had KFC for dinner and now I'm craving more chicken. That's the problem with this stream. I mean, you guys said you wanted this stream, but did you really? Is it just gonna make you crave chicken constantly? Yu-Gi-Oh! Does have a deck that's VTuber themed. Wait, it does? Wait, actually? Yeah, the juiciness looks pretty good. The crispiness looks pretty good. Alright, let's get into it. Oh yeah. Great crispiness. Can I just say with that? Great crispiness, great juice. The only thing interesting that lets it down is I'd say that its flavor. I mean, it is a plain toriyage, right? But I would say it does have quite a plain flavor. It's like it hasn't really been seasoned at all. But I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like if you're looking for something, you know, if you're looking for your basic biatch chicken, then I would say this is a pretty good bet. But yeah, I would say flavor is definitely where this one is let down, but crispiness and juiciness were really good. I would say crispiness, you know, a solid 8. Juiciness a 7. But flavor, yeah, it's just not there. It's just, it may be around a 4, I would say. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Okay. So yeah, I would say that flavor is definitely where that one is let down. It's a very pure piece of chicken. If you're looking for just your bog standard piece of chicken, good crispiness, good juiciness, then I would say that maybe the toriyage at 7-Eleven is good for you. Agetori, sorry. Agetori is maybe a good thing for you. You know, but it's not got much flavor, but it is very high on good crispiness and good juiciness. Alright, now to try these 7-Eleven nuggets. So I guess the comparison to these, the direct comparison would be the Lawson Karagekin. Now, just putting my fork in there, chat, you can see how much that is glistening on the top there. I don't know if you can see properly, but as I stuck my fork in, there were juices coming out. It looks like it's gonna be pretty juicy, this one. Alright, let's give it a taste. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Alright, 7-Eleven nuggets have got game, chat. 7-Eleven nuggets have got game. Okay, now I'll tell you why. I would say that is juicier and more flavorful. I wouldn't say necessarily more crispy, but I would say it is juicier and more flavorful than Karaage-kun. I'm gonna say it. good. Good level of nugget. Yeah, they are pretty fantastic. The flavor is very well balanced. Yeah, the only thing I would say is maybe it's lacking on crispiness a little bit, but the juiciness is definitely there. Very much a fan of those. And then finally, gotta work out how I'm gonna do this. Okay, oh, I did it! Oh, mate, it did a little flip then. It was like it was breakdancing. Wait, let me see if I can do it again. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, alright. Let's have a taste. Okay. So this is the equivalent of like karaage. Karaage on a stick. Now, I'm not gonna lie, chat. It's maybe the least juicy looking one I've seen so far, perhaps. There is not a lot of juiciness in there. It does look like it's probably crispy, but I'm not sure how the flavor's gonna be. I feel like we just need to taste it. Okay.
My heartbeats stay upon a time with the crowd. I don't know where it's coming from, but this sound is taking me away from home into the
A difficult one.
My fingertips are marking out.
That is very crispy. I would say it's definitely one of the crispiest that we have had so far. So it scores very highly on crispiness. However, flavor-wise, it's not got a lot going for it. I would say it's similar in flavor-wise to the Family Mart crispy chicken level of not a lot of flavor. I'm not gonna lie, not getting a lot of flavor from it. But I will say the crispiness is very good. Yeah, again, juiciness is not that juicy. It's decent enough, but I think the crispiness is good, but it really gets let down by the level of flavor for that one. Alright, time to go to the final rankings. Here we go.
My heartbeats stay upon a time with the crowd. Although I try, can't seem to find out this sound calling me away from home to somewhere unknown. My fingertips now only miss the skyline, chasing a dream we almost faith in. Sometimes choices crossroads passing through Shibuya in blue. 街の火ぼやけた私の目は閉じていた他の人もきっと夢の魔法地の果てまで信じてる My heartbeats stay upon a time with the crowd. I don't know where it's coming from, but this sound is taking me away from home into the unknown. My fingertips are marking out the design of all my dreams. Maybe I'll reach one this time. Choices crossroads passing through Shibuya and green. Shibuya and green. Shibuya
Alright, we are back for the final ranking and the announcement of which Conbini, according to Milky Queen, has overall the best chickie. We will find out the result after we have placed the items from 7-Eleven. Okay, now let's start off with what I thought of the Nana Chickie, the Nana Chickie varieties. Now, I would say that both of them were fantastic. Like, they were good. They were definitely very good. However, I do not think I would put the Yuzu at the top of the A rank. I would say for that. You know, I would say that the Yuzu Nana Chickie, it did add that extra zing. It was very nice. Flavor-wise, yeah, I would put it similar to the Habanero Hot in terms of, like, really adding something unique and extra to the chicken, you know? I would say. But, what I would say is that, you know, if I compare Nana Chickie, El Chickie, Fami Chickie, I've got to be honest. The crispiness and the juiciness and the flavor overall, I would say flavor was very decent on Nana Chickie, but particularly the juiciness and the crispiness was better on Fami Chickie and El Chickie. I just gotta say it. I just gotta say it. But 7-Eleven is coming in straight with 2 A ranks, which is pretty good. Now, Agatori, I thought was pretty heckin' decent. I would put it around the same level as Fami Kara, I would say. I think it deserves a solid B tier because as much as the flavor was very plain, you know, I would say that it definitely deserves to be in that B tier. Now, something else that I was surprised by, right? I was surprised by this. Is nuggets I would also put B tier, but I would perhaps put them ahead of Karaage-kun, which is surprising. That is very surprising for me because I always assumed that Lawson, you know, the main thing was the nuggets. So I was not expecting the 7-Eleven nuggets to take, you know, a little bit of an edge on the Lawson nugget offerings. I was not expecting that. That was very, very out of the blue for me, I would say. And then finally, Karagebo. I was not that keen on this. I will not gonna lie. I'm trying to debate whether it was around here. Look, the crispiness was good, but the flavor and the juiciness, it just was not there. It just was not there. Look, I've gotta be honest. It just was not there. Which brings us to the final results. Now, the way we're gonna do this is we are going to give different levels of points for different items. So there are 5 items in every category. 5 items in every category, and we have them ranked on a 1 to 5. 7-Eleven seemed more consistent other than the last one. Yeah, I think 7-Eleven was very consistent. That is what I think. I think 7-Eleven is very consistent with their Chickie offerings. I would definitely say that. Alright, now we gotta do maths. Now we gotta do maths, chat. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So if they get an S rank, they get a full 5 points, right down to a D rank with 1 point for D rank. Based on that, Family Mart's final score: 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1. Family Mart has a final score of 16. 16 for Family Mart. Okay. 7-Eleven, 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1. 15. 15 for 7-Eleven. Wow, this is incredibly close. 15 for 7-Eleven. And then finally, Lawson. Okay, Lawson, we have a 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. And 14! There is only 1 point! There is only 1 point separating all of the Conbinis. But I would like to announce Milky Queen's Conbini Chicken Ranking final scores. In 3rd place, we have Lawson. Lawson, unfortunately, you know, as much as the El Chicky Red really exceeded my expectations, unfortunately, other items such as the herb and spice and certain varieties of the karaage-kun just brought it down a little bit for Lawson at the end there, but still, great job to Lawson. You know, there was some, you know, El Chicky Red. I would say definitely El Chicky is the star offering at Lawson, which actually I always thought karaage-kun was the star offering at Lawson. So I feel like my mind has been changed. I may be an El Chicky stan now. So great job, Lawson. And in second place, we have 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. What I will say about 7-Eleven's performance, it is very consistent. You know, they are the only Conbini to have 2 in an A and 2 in B. You know, that is very consistent. Other than the karaage bowl, which I felt like was a bit weak. I felt like 7-Eleven's Chicky offerings are very, very, you know, good across the board. So if you are going with your friends to a Conbini, you all want different types of chicken. One of you wants nuggets, one of you wants, you know, normal chicky, one of you wants a little bit different chicky. I would say that you're gonna get your best offerings of a wide range of chicken at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven has very good scores across the board. However, the winner in this instance, first place for Milky Queen's best Conbini chicken is Family Mart. You are the winner. Congratulations, Family Mart. Congratulations. Now, you know, I always knew, and I knew from before I did this stream, that Family Chicky Regular is my favorite chicken. I did know that already, and I knew that that would give Family Mart the bit of the edge. But what I was not expecting, actually, from Family Mart was how much I liked their habanero hot crispy chicken. That really came out of nowhere. I thought that was going to be far too, I don't know, maybe a different type of spice I wouldn't like, but I did really enjoy the flavor. Same with the Family Mart karaage. You know, as you can see, I've placed both the Lawson and 7-Eleven karaage both in D tier. So this really brought it back for Family Mart. Having their karaage in the B tier, I feel like that was one of the things that won it for Family Mart today. Because both 7-Eleven and Lawson had their karaage in D tier. So I think that was a really key thing, was how they brought back the points for the karaage today. So well done, Family Mart. Excellent play. Fantastic chicken all around. Maybe I'll post a photo on Twitter and Blue Sky of what I'm gonna cook tonight. I'm gonna cook various different things with the Conbini chicken, so I'm very excited. Took a peek to make sure Family Chicken Regular was S tier, and I'm pleased. Jaruna, of course, it is the top of S tier. Look, I thought before I started this that Family Chicky was my favorite. And what I did by tasting all this chicken today is I just confirmed that, Jaruna. I confirmed that Family Chicky Regular is the OG, the beautiful, the everything, you know? It's everything chicken should be. And that is what I've taken from this stream. The king of Chicky. The king of Chicky, Family Chicky Regular, you know? Thank you for the shout out for Joru. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And with that, everybody, we have our final rankings. First place, Family Mart. Second place, 7-Eleven. And third place, Lawson for Chicky offerings. With the top king chicken of today being Family Chicky Regular. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. So in short, Milky already determined Family Chicky was the winner before we started stream rigged. Oh my god! Okay, listen. I have tried the Family Chicky Regular many a times before. I will admit that. But I tried to be as impartial as possible, chat. I made sure to taste them in order when I bought them. I mean, they were all cold, let's be honest. By the time I'd taken all the photos and eaten them, they were all cold. But I made sure to do it in the order that I bought them to give as much of a fair chance to all the chicken as possible. So, you know, I did my best to make sure it was an unbiased, unrigged result. Real ones know there is no other winner. Exactly. It's gotta be Family Chicky Regular. But what I would say is that El Chicky Red really surprised me. I think I always thought that I liked Nana Chicky maybe slightly better than El Chicky, but no, today I was proven wrong. El Chicky was very good, very juicy. Not quite on the level of Fammy Chicky, but it was very good. On the other hand, I felt Nana Chicky, I mean, it's still an A rank because it was still very, very good. Still very good quality, but it disappointed me a little bit. Yeah, I would say that I was expecting Nana Chicky to also be an S tier. I'm quite surprised that it was not in today's proceedings, but I think that this is the true ranking of my heart. Karaage-kun cheese, yeah, Karaage-kun cheese is good. I didn't have the cheese one today. I had miso katsu, which was really good. I had regular, and I also had the barbecue sauce, which I unfortunately had to put in C tier because the barbecue sauce was very, like, pasty. It wasn't really like a sauce. It tasted like paste. It was kind of strange. Yeah, the texture was kind of odd. Like, the flavor was good, but the texture was odd, so I had to put it in C tier. But let's also review what we have in D tier. Look, listen. listen. Look, crispy chicken plain. It ain't about it. It ain't about it. Okay, crispy chicken. I'm surprised, right? How much of a difference there is between crispy chicken habanero hot and crispy chicken plain. You know, crispy chicken habanero hot going straight in there for the A. Crispy chicken plain, D. But that's just the way it is. I was so taken aback by the flavor of the habanero hot. I was so impressed that it deserved an A. It was also, for some reason, a lot crispier. I don't know why. Maybe that was the way it was cooked. I'm not sure, but I can only judge based on what I tasted. And yeah. I think what I have learned is that 7-Eleven and Lawson need to up their karaage game. They need to up their karaage game. Yeah. You need to try it fresh next time. The problem is there's like no way to do that if I'm also taking photos of everything. And like, because I'm going all the Conbinis, then going back to my house, which is at least like... It's at least like 10 minutes to get back to my house. And then I had to photograph everything. So yeah, I don't think there was any way that I could have had them... I could have microwaved them. Maybe I should have done that. Can you re-microwave Chicky? I don't know. I expect you can. Maybe I should have done that. Next time I will microwave them. But I mean, I was still able to get a good vibe for the flavor. Yeah. The only way to have perfect fresh taste is to get the Conbini chefs to make you personal karaage at home. Can you imagine? Can you imagine me going into the Conbini and being like, yes, I would like to request your personal chef services to perfectly create this Chicky for me at home, please. What? To be fair, if any Conbini was gonna do that, look, listen, this is something I did not rate in this. If I rate it based on friendliness of my local Conbinis, 100% 7-Eleven comes out on top. The lady at 7-Eleven is great. She is always saying hi to me. Like, every time she sees me, she's always saying hi. She's always being really nice. She's always at the 7-Eleven. Peak customer service. I like her a lot. I would say definitely 7-Eleven most friendly Conbini, but that we're not rating that today. But I do very much like my local 7-Eleven. My local Lawson's a little bit further away, so I hadn't really been in there very much. I think I went in there because it has a post box, so I think I went in there to post something before. But yeah. Is she the one who saves the collab clear files? Was that 7-Eleven? Yeah, I think so. That wasn't her though. That was someone else. Yeah. But it is that 7-Eleven where they kept giving me clear files. I feel like that wasn't her in that instance, but yeah, it was really, really nice that they kept giving me clear files. Or like, oh, here is that random gaijin that comes in here all the time who likes anime. Please have these clear files. Reheating it in the air fryer. Sometimes if my ordered fries aren't crispy enough, I throw them in there and finish them myself. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's a good idea then. Maybe for next time I can get an air fryer and then I can reheat them in there. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna do recipes. I'm gonna do like fried chicken, Conbini chicken recipes. So I'm gonna make like fried chicken oyakudon, but not actually with the rice, like just the chicken and eggy and oniony bit. And then I'm also doing... What else am I doing? Conbini chicken, like rice in the rice cooker with like green onions and flavoring and stuff. And I'm also gonna do a Conbini chicken salad. So lots of different things that I'm doing for cooking tonight. So I'll have to do a picture. If it actually looks good and doesn't look awful, I'll put a picture up somewhere. Yeah. No, I'm excited. I hope I'm gonna be able to do a good job. But yeah, that was fun. Which of these would you guys like to taste the most? Which of these is really calling to you guys? Which of these is like, oh damn, oh that, like when Milky was eating that, I was like, oh my god, I really want to eat that one. Which, I mean, I feel like a lot of you guys really enjoy spicy chickens. I think a lot of you would like the habanero hot. Like, yeah, who was saying that in their country they barely have regular chicken or something? El Chicky Red, I like a spicy. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I mean, what I will say is, like, the spiciness in comparison, though, like El Chicky Red versus the habanero hot crispy chicken, like, the habanero hot was something else. Like, if you guys like spicy, you definitely enjoyed the habanero one, I think. It was a lot spicier than I was imagining. Like, it had a real, like, aftertaste that I didn't know it was gonna have. Yeah. We have regular, but mostly the spicy one is ordered. I see. Yeah, I think, what's it? Like, for... This is a totally different type of chicken, but, like, I also really like Korean chicken, right? But I actually prefer, like, the non-spicy ones. Like, there's, like, a soy sauce one that they always have at my local Korean chicken place I really like. Does Japan have any spicy chicken sandwiches? Every fast food place has their own version of it now. Spicy chicken... I feel like in general, like, Japan doesn't have many, like, sandwich places. I mean, yeah, I mean, fast food, I guess, like, burgers and stuff. But, like, I don't feel like they often have sandwiches. Yeah, I feel like sandwiches in general, like, a good sandwich is, like, quite hard to get. I think when... You know when I've had the best sandwiches recently? When I went to... I mean, it's not that recent. It was like last year now. But when I went to America, damn, there was some good sandwiches in America. That was some peak sandwiches in America. I feel like there's like loads of places in America that you can just go in and pick your toppings and have all these like ridiculously amazing sandwiches. Yeah, no. I feel like Japan just in general doesn't really have its... In a lot of places at least, doesn't really have its sandwich game on... So yeah, I always miss like really nice kind of French bread. Like I really like just a whole baguette, you know, a whole baguette, and just being able to have a big ass baguette sandwich, you know. I think I do really miss that in Japan, I have to say. Technically a chicken sandwich is a chicken burger. Forgot to sound... Oh yeah, okay. I'm with the program. Okay, yeah. If you mean burgers, then yeah, you can get spicy chicken burgers. Sorry. When I think of sandwich, I always think of like I don't know, like the bread rather than a burger bun. Agetori is TMB for me. Agetori is the best. Oh no, Yoka-san, I'm sorry. I liked it. I felt like it didn't have much flavor, but I thought it was very crispy. I thought it was very crispy and juicy. なんかクリスピーのランキングとジューシーのランキングで結構揚げ取りがなんか高くスコアを取ってたんですけれどもね。でも味的には少しなんか B になってしまったって感じですね。でも美味しかったですよ。It was very tasty though. Very, very tasty. Yeah. Very tasty indeed. And yeah, again, surprised by the level of, you know, I was very, very impressed by the 7-Eleven nuggets. I think I would get them again. 7-Eleven nuggets, I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't sure, like, how 7-Eleven's nuggets would be, but overall, 7-Eleven was very, very decently performing, I would say. Yeah. Anything else you guys would like me to review at the Conbini? This was fun. This was really, really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, like, I feel like I don't often do these kind of things, but When I do get everything sorted, and luckily I wasn't too late to the stream. I thought I was gonna be so late, like with all my preparing and adding all the pictures and stuff. Luckily I wasn't too late. There's quite a lot of prep for these kind of things though, and having to go out and source the stuff. I'm glad that they actually had chicken. Like sometimes you go to the Conbini and there's like no chicken, right? Like sometimes I feel like that's usually late at night though. I feel like late at night if you go, sometimes there's absolutely nothing. I was really scared that was gonna happen. I'd have to come back and be like, "Hi guys, we're reviewing this one piece of chicken." But luckily that didn't happen. I feel like that's usually when you go to the Conbini in the middle of the night. Like they sometimes don't have any chicken at all. And on the other hand, if you go in the morning, there's like loads of chicken. Yeah, because I think they start frying everything at like 5 a.m. or something. Yeah, the one piece challenge. I mean, that would have been so sad, right? If I only had one piece of chicken. It was just... Like, maybe I'd have to make my tier list just the same piece of chicken, like, 5 times. My name is Milky, and this is the one wing. Wilkie, ooh, the one wing. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'm happy that they had a decent amount. There was some... I think I basically got everything, but I limited myself to 5 items per store. I think for most stores, that was everything. I think maybe Lawson had a few more. I think Lawson had like other variations of karaage-kun and stuff like that. But yeah, I was going for 5 max, so I didn't like massively massively overbuy chicken, because I wanted to make sure that I had like not too much, so I could do all the chicken cooking I was gonna do tonight for my friends and not like have loads of extra, right? With this tier chart in mind, I run to the convenience store. Have a good time. If you get some chicken, hope it's S tier for you, Yorka. I believe I saw Tomomatsu durian soda. Durian soda? Durian soda? Why? Why? Durian soda. I can't imagine this. Durian soda, what? Oh my god. That sounds awful. But yeah, probably today will be a short-ish stream. I mean, I wasn't expecting this stream to be like super long, but I think it's fine to occasionally have short streams. But we'll be back next week with plenty more. What I definitely want to do more observation duty. Gotta do more observation duty because we had when we did 2 of the levels. I think we completed 2 of them. We still haven't found Huge Man. We spent like 5 hours trying to find him and still didn't find him. So we're definitely going to try and find Huge Man. We're going to try and do the other levels in the new game. So we're definitely going to be doing some observation duty. I love durian. I did durian crepe cake. Wow. Oh yeah. Wow. Nah, noob PTFO. You're definitely in common company of people that like durian in my chat. I feel like there's a decent amount of people in my chat who like durian. You can't imagine it. Gotta try it to know what it's like. No. Yeah, I need to work out when the durian stream is happening. That's another one I need to arrange next. Observation duty. Let's make it go. Yeah, so I'm excited. And then I think the week after next, like not next week, but the week after, we're gonna do Sonic Week again. Yeah, I wanna play more Sonic Shadow Generations. I wanna play Sonic Frontiers. Yeah, but I think next week we're gonna be doing observation duty, some karaoke. Probably bring back a couple more of the sort of like regular series. Yakuza, I want to do Yakuza 0 again. And then yeah, I think the week after that we'll be doing a Sonic Week. Yes. That would be next year's off-season for Durian. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, I can still get it, right? Wait, what? Wait, even if it's off-season, I can still buy it, right? Right? Wait, buy Durian Tokyo. Oh no. Have I messed up? Have I messed the heck up? No. Okay, here we go. Fruits King Frozen Okay, I mean Frozen, that should be fine. Frozen should be fine. Okay, I can still get it. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry, I can still get it. Still get it on Amazon. Frozen Durian. It's okay. Is that the only thing I can get? Maybe I can't get a fresh one. Will it taste the same? Medic... That's so sus. That is so sus. Medicali durian. That is so sus. Really? Really? Okay, well, apparently there's Medicali durian. What's that? No, Medicali is like the Japanese version of eBay. It's like a auction site for secondhand stuff. So I don't know why someone's selling a fresh durian on there. I mean, maybe I'll have to try it. Look, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It sounds totally safe. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be fine. It's all the plan to make Milky hate durian. I hope I'm not gonna get a bad one. I mean, to be fair, yeah, buying one on Mericati might be a little bit sus. Oh, fresh secondhand durian. What does secondhand durian even mean? Like, maybe they've already taken a big bite out of it. There's like massive teeth marks in it where someone's eaten it. Durian will always taste better than it smells. Will it? Will it? I read it as main carry, which means finding. Oh, I see. Yeah. Medicati. I don't know what it actually stands for. I don't know. They got all their use of the durian and they're done with it. They already eat the spike. Yeah, maybe they've just eaten like all the fruit inside and they're just gonna send the spiky bit to me. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to try it. Has anyone like commented on it? Oh man, I feel like I need to test it out. Oh yeah. Oh look, it says on here the time that the durian is fresh is very small every year, very rare. Oh, a rare product that is difficult to obtain because of the short harvest period each year and extremely low production volume. We only have a small supply. In addition to selling in stores, we are now selling a limited quantity on Medicati. There will be no next shipment, so sales will end as soon as the stock runs out. Oh, guys, maybe I'll have to buy it. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Don't do it. No, I mean, it'll be fine, right, guys? Medicati durian, yeah. I'm sure it's totally safe. Have Manisan check it for... Yeah, maybe. Maybe I will ask Manisan. Be like, Manisan, can you order it to the office instead of my house so that it will stink out the office instead? Better do it before all the secondhand durian. Yeah, everyone's gonna be trying to buy this durian. I'm gonna need to buy it soon. Yeah, they're using the FOMO tactic. I know. They're like, don't miss out. Short harvest period each year. Buy it now. No restock. I'm scared. I'm scared. Okay, how much would you pay for a durian in your country? That's an interesting thing. I wonder if they're like trying to rip me off so hard. Like, how much in USD would you pay for a durian in your country? I'm interested to know, for those of you who have fresh durians, how much you tend to pay for a durian in USD to see if this is a total rip. I mean, it's very expensive, but then I guess maybe it's not. I have no clue. I don't think you could buy them here. Okay. Yeah, no, I was just wondering if anyone's bought one and approximately like how much it was. They're probably like, yeah, really rare durian. Depends on the species. 100% there is no species written on this secondhand durian page. Very sus. Very sus. Yeah, this whole page is like very sus. I'm sure it's totally fine. Should not be more than 8 per kg. I see. 8 per... Okay, so 8 USD per kg. So this one is 2 kg, right? This one is 2 kg. And it's $40. Chat, am I being ripped off? Chat, is $40 a rip-off? Are they trying to scam me? Are they trying to scam me? Approximately 12 USD per 100 grams. Oh my god. Okay, so maybe I should be looking more at that number then. Yeah. Yeah, no, maybe I need to be looking at that then. Yeah. They are coated in gold? Yeah, I don't know. Jackarus Light, welcome in, welcome. We just finished a Conbini chicken ranking, and now we're talking about my durian stream. That's gotta be a blessed durian. Yeah, maybe this durian for $40 will give me like the best luck ever or something. Maybe, I don't know. I'm having another look at the Google translation. I'm intrigued. Okay. What else did it say? It's a fully ripe durian. Wait, what? As durian ripens, its weight decreases day by day. Does that happen? Durian is a nutritious superfood that can have fatigue recovery, skin beautifying effects, anti-aging, anemia prevention, blood circulation improvement, swelling prevention. Is this true? Is this true, or is this site just like trying to troll me so hard? Oh, okay. This is just weird English. Like, look at this weird English. Shipped at room temperature. Since it is a living thing, please purchase only if you can receive it smoothly. Sounds BS. It's a living, breathing durian. When I had a durian shake and a durian crepe, that made me feel like I got a buff. Really? Really new PTFO. Okay, maybe it is like that. The durian is sentient. No, I think it's just in the Japanese version it says it's raw. Like it's a namamono, like not raw, but like it's a, you know, it's a raw item, right? Like you can't just leave it on the doorstep. You have to actually give it to someone. You know what I mean? But it's changed like raw thing to it's a living thing. Yeah, and then it says you have to. Yeah, basically it means like you can't just like leave it on someone's doorstep, which makes sense. It's alive. I'm imagining like in Little Shop of Horrors or something, and the durian's just like eating everyone. Do you eat the durian, or does the durian eat you? I mean, that might explain why I'm so scared of durian. Save the durian from the secondhand shop and raise it as your own. My durian son. I mean, this might be my only option. $40 secondhand durian. This might be the only... Lol. Okay, now this is funny. There's a site called Durian Japan. And it's... Okay, this is funny. Okay, this is really funny. There's a site called Durian Japan, and it's run by a company called Kusai. They know exactly what product they're selling. It's like literally K.U.S.A.I. They know. Lee Shade, it means like smelly in Japanese. Like if something smells really bad, you're like, oh, kusa. Yeah. Yeah, and then kusa is like is very confusing actually, because like people will shorten kusai to kusai, right? But then kusa is also grass, which is also used for like lol, so it's like kusa. Like that's well funny. So like you could say something's really funny or something's really smelly, and people wouldn't know like which one you were saying. They have experience. Yeah, they clearly have experience with their product. They know what they're selling, chat. They know what they're selling. They have full knowledge of what they are marketing. Anyway, there seems to be various other options. That was well expensive though. That one's like, how many dollars is that? Jeez, wait. How many? Some of these durians on this site are like $163. It says Very rare. It says very rare type of durian, $160. Are you kidding me? $160. Oh my gosh. Whoa. I mean, maybe that's what they're worth if they're super rare. I don't know. Whoa. Oh my god. All right, guys. Do you want to hear this? I'm really enjoying the description of this durian on this site. I'm gonna do an epic reading. I'm gonna do an epic reading of this one. Another king. Its flesh, bright golden yellow pulp, is thick, incredibly creamy smooth, sweet, and even when overripe, it doesn't become too mushy. I like how they just call it a king. I feel like people who love durian, like, really love durian, you know? Like, they're like pushing it as much as they can, you know? Apparently there's a few different supermarkets that might sell durian. But yeah, at this point, I might just have to get frozen durian. Or I give it a go, the $40 one on Medicaddy. If we wait for next year, can also do a durian tier list. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are up for waiting for next year, that might be better than me trying to get this sus durian. Yeah. My nose is super accurate, but for some reason, durian doesn't bother me. That's interesting, Baham99. Did you, like, grow up with durian? I think that's often the thing with it, right? Is like, if you grow up with something, you're not bothered by it, right? Like, for instance, Japanese people and natto, right? Like, I feel like it took me a while to get used to natto, but I feel like Japanese people, because they've grown up with natto, like, they're not that bothered by it, right? I think that's probably why. Like, your nose gets used to it. Ah, Baham, yeah, that might be why, yeah. That might be why. Oh, heck yeah. I've always wanted to go to the Philippines. Where would you guys recommend that I go? I feel like there's loads of places that I've never been in, like Southeast Asia and stuff. But I really want to try and go and, like, taste the food, see the culture and stuff. Just gotta eat a whole bunch of durian and it won't bother you. Yeah, Dominic Lowe, just gotta keep eating more durian, right? Yes. I mean, I'm up for trying the Medicaddy one. I don't mind. Like, it's my fault I didn't realize it wasn't in season anymore, so I could try the Medicaddy one. Or there's the other frozen ones. Bali. Yeah, I've heard of a lot of people liking Bali. I've never been to Bali. Yeah, no, I feel like, you know, all the holidays I take recently, which I really enjoy, right? I love traveling Japan. You know, there's so much different scenery and stuff, and I feel like usually that's just the easiest, right? Because, like, I don't get loads of time off or anything, so I feel like traveling Japan is usually the best. But I feel like, yeah, I do definitely want to do some overseas travel or something next year. Yeah, I think that would be nice, because I don't think I didn't really do, because I had America last year. I didn't really do any kind of overseas traveling this year, so it'd be nice to do some next year. Yeah. But anyways, you guys, this has been really fun. I enjoyed the chicken and yapping. Is there anything like that for people trying American stuff? I don't know, oh no, I actually can't stand squeezy cheese. No, to the root, but that's so true. I actually really don't like it. Yeah. Medicare will be stored at home rather than proper storehouse. Yeah, maybe it's a bit worrying. I mean, it looks like it's just a shop. It looks like it's just a shop that sells it, from what I can see. So I might check it out. I'll check it out, see if it's reputable, whether it's just someone with a durian in their house. Squeezy cheese and crackers. No, there's something about squeezy cheese. I don't know. Thank you for the stream. Would you be interested in a watch along stream tonight? Oh, I saw, right? Is it the new HoloLive device? How are you meant to say it? Device? It's device, isn't it? Is that what you meant to say? I don't know. Yeah, like it's the new gens, isn't it, or something? Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch it because I've got a lot of cooking to do. a lot of chicken to cook, but I'll definitely catch up with it afterwards. Yeah, I feel like this is often the case. I feel like I don't often get the chance to watch these things live. But then I catch up afterwards, yeah. Squeezy cheese is such a British way to say squeeze. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. I really don't like that squeezy cheese stuff. No, for sure, for sure. Copa VTubers watch along is allowed now. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, that is good. Oh, interesting. But yeah, probably not tonight because I've got a lot of stuff to do. But maybe another time if they're allowing Copa VTubers to do watch-alongs too now. But I'll definitely catch up with it after I've cooked the mountains of chicken. the mountains of random chicken that I have. The Durian King of Japan. Sounds like a Yakuza side quest. Oh my god, it does. I'm excited to play more Yakuza next week. I just played the dancing game. No. We're actually gonna do some story chat. Story is happening. Absolutely. So using all the chicken for a super chicken meal. Yeah, I'm doing chicken like rice, like in the rice cooker. I'm doing chicken with like onions and eggs, like cooked in the pan. I'm doing like a fried chicken salad. Yeah, because I went traveling with some of my friends who are in Japan right now. And they're still here for a little bit, so I can go over to where they're staying and make them something. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best, chat. I'm gonna do my best. Get that chicken feast, let's go. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and make them a feast. That's the plan. But yeah, it's been really fun, you guys. Thank you so much for coming along to this chicken ranking. It was very fun. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for chilling and coming along with me. We're gonna definitely... I feel like... Other than... Which was the long stream we had? Oh, I guess the photo diary was reasonably long. But yeah, I feel like in general, streams were a little bit on the shorter side this week. But we'll have longer streams again next week. Yeah, I want to have some big, long ones next week. Thanks for the stream, fun stuff. Thanks for the stream. No, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming along. It was a lot of heckin' fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week for some observation duties, some Yakuza 0, some karaoke. I haven't totally decided exactly when the different things are happening. Oh, I've got a collab as well. I've got a collab, which you'll hear about soon. Yeah. Got an interesting collab happening on someone else's channel next week. So I will update you guys when the information is out. Yeah, at least 4 streams next week, definitely. At least 4 streams, but I'll let you know once I've got my schedule out. Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. And we're gonna do a heck... Oh my god, there's so much durian. So many durian tabs. What is this? So many pictures of durian. Alright, who is... Oops. Who is streaming at the moment? Let's see. What is this? What is this game? Bokura. I think I was vaguely interested in playing that one, actually. What is that one? There's quite a few people streaming. Yeah, I think this person was on a show with Kuwanano or something. So let's go raid them. CPT Kami. Let's go give them a raid. They were very nice when I popped into Nano's stream. So let's go give them a raid. Alright, starting the raid in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.